I was in the legislature when that bill actually passed to create that task force. And I remember asking the questions of then Assemblywoman Shirley Weber, who is now our Secretary of State appointed by the governor, asking the question of, first of all, where are you going to get the money to pay for this? Second of all, how are you going to determine eligibility?
Thank you.
She said that that was going to be up to this task force. They created the task force. Well, now it's time for them to provide their report. They're supposed to have it to the legislature by July 1st of this year, their recommendations as to what reparations look like, what number that is, in what form. They're going to come in, and then the legislature has to decide, A, if they're going to fund it, B, how much of it they're going to fund. Because really, the task force is making recommendations, but it's up to the legislature. They could change it completely and say, I know the task force recommended 1.2 million over the course of a lifetime being, you live until you're 71 years of age. That's what they've come up with. But the legislature, they could say, okay, we're going to cut them a check for 1.2 million today. They could say, we're never going to cut a check. They could say it's going to be 200 million. I mean, it's really up to them. So I'm very curious to see what they do with this, because they cannot wiggle out of it. They can put it off. They can say, well, we can't do it this year, or we need to have hearings. And they can have their hearings, but they cannot put it off forever because it is on their doorstep.